Welcome back to Solo Travel Adventures. Hello, my sister travelers. Well, let me save you some money here and let me give you 4 things you should never buy at the airport. Now, I know that we get very tempted and we sometimes can forget things that we might need to get at an airport. But listen up, and here are 4 things to avoid buying at an airport. Is fear holding you back from traveling because you don't have anyone to go with? Are you concerned about being a woman traveling alone and not sure how to prepare for a solo trip? Do family and friends think you are crazy for even considering solo travel? Well, in this podcast, you will become equipped to travel safely by yourself. You'll learn things like tactical travel tips and how to prepare for a trip and how to overcome the fear so you can discover the transformation that travel can bring. My mission is to see more women over 50 discover how travel can empower them. If you want to enjoy your next travel adventures solo, then start your journey here. Hello, sister travelers. I'm Cheryl, solo travel advocate and travel coach. I have experienced life-changing adventures through travel, and I want the same for you. So stay tuned here every week, and you will learn to find freedom through your travels, build your confidence while safely navigating new places. Well, let's get into the episode today. My number one thing to tell you not to buy at an airport for a couple reasons. One, to save you money, of course, is kind of the whole premise of this episode. And we know we want to try to save our money so that we can use it for more for other things that are more beneficial. So, saving you money, number one, do not buy bottled water at the airport. Now, I used to be a huge culprit of this. I had a sort of a thing every time I got through security check, I would go to the first newsstand, buy my bottled water, get my gum, any other kind of snacks, and go to the bathroom before I get on the plane. Well, to save money, since I do love filtered water, to save money, I have started not buying bottled water really anywhere. But the airport, of course, as we know, prices are so much more expensive at the airport in general. So just keep that in mind for any of your needs. Try to get them beforehand, but bottled water for sure. Also, you can get water once you get on the plane. However, I do drink a lot of water, so I carry with me a empty bottle water to go through security, and then I fill it up on the other side. Now, I use what's called LifeStraw because it has a built-in filter, and I do like filtered water. I do not like tap water, but this allows me to save money, and it's a reusable water bottle. I can take it anywhere. In addition to saving money, it's very environmentally friendly as well, as we try to really reduce, I personally try to really reduce single-use plastics as well. So keep that in mind as you consider your travels and getting a water bottle to take with you. So number one, don't buy bottled water. Number two, snacks or food. Now, I know sometimes it's hard to avoid the whole buying a meal, particularly if you have maybe a layover and you're catching another flight and it's a lunch hour, dinner hour, whatever, and you really need to eat. So that I can understand. But as far as like buying those snacky stuff or getting enticed by, I know in the Pittsburgh airport where I fly out sometimes, right next to the gate where they always send us out from Pittsburgh to Dallas is an Auntie Anne's pretzel. You know what I'm talking about? And next to that is some cinnamon roll place. So you got that aroma that's so enticing. Well, please resist. I did last time. Resist, because that's just more money you're spending on things you really don't need. So if you're wanting to travel with snacks, bring stuff with you. For example, maybe some protein bars or some packages that you got at the store, right? Walmart, Target, you can get that stuff so much cheaper there. Getting some trail mix or some things that are easy to travel with, all right? Taking those along with you for your trip. That's going to save you money at the airport and for your travels in general, okay? Number 3, the third thing you should never buy at the airport. and I think I've talked about this before, is do not get your currency exchanged at the airport. Some options are wait till you get there and find a place maybe near where you're staying, or get the money exchanged beforehand at a currency place in your hometown. I've done both of those options. I just know that the rate that they give you at the airport, you're losing money, folks. Just don't get it exchanged at the airport. Number 4, the fourth thing that you should never buy at the airport is Wi-Fi. A couple of things. Why would you need it? Okay, at the airport, you're likely, maybe you have a data plan that allows you to use your phone wherever or internationally. So maybe that doesn't matter. But maybe you're trying to save that data charge from your phone service, and maybe you want to use Wi-Fi. Well, first of all, we know Wi-Fi is not always secure, so I don't recommend using it. If you're planning to maybe use your laptop or work, one thing you can do, as long as you have the data available on your phone and you have this feature, is a hotspot. I like to sometimes tether my laptop to my phone through the data, not the Wi-Fi. That way my laptop is then capable of, sending emails or checking things like that. You could also just get the free Wi-Fi, as long as you're not doing anything, obviously nothing that's confidential or financial. Don't do anything that on a public Wi-Fi, of course. A lot of times they'll give you maybe an hour free, and just stick with that. Don't pay the extra for more time. It might even just be a good way to get off your phone and observe people or grab a book to read while you're waiting at the airport. So those are the 4 things I recommend that you never buy at an airport, especially if you're trying to save money and use that money, that extra money, for more meaningful travel. Well, stay tuned in June, folks. Every Friday at June, I am adding an episode. This is going to be a very quick, no more than 5 minutes, usually quick summer travel tip that you can take with you and apply, especially if you are planning to do any kind of summer travel. I highly recommend you just grab these quick tips that I'm going to be giving you every Friday. And if you have one that you want me to address, go ahead and get onto my SpeakPipe and leave me a voice memo, and I'll try to tackle that suggestion that you have provided. All right, ladies, get out there and have an adventure. Hey, sister travelers, did this podcast inspire and encourage you or move you to get out there and travel? Wonderful. There are 3 ways you can thank me. First one is leave a written review for the show on Apple Podcast. 2, share the show with your sister travelers, your friends, your family. And 3, subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. And thank you again for listening to the show. Sisters, be fearless, take the leap, and get out there and have an adventure.